don't you think you're like a bank? So if you think that you sent me here as an inspector for the bank, how can they kick me out of here? Which they tried to, by the way. We got threatened more than once.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Castleberry, Florida, and we are inspecting this Precept 36C. Now, I don't know what we're gonna find, you don't know what we're gonna find, but I know with my first glimpse, as I was going inside today, I opened the door and immediately my eye went right here. Now, it's not my job to do the outside, and I know that, but I'm gonna show you, see, what I saw today. Now, that's my first glimpse. Let's see what Pierre's gonna find. So stick around and I'll see you at lunchtime.
So here it is, first glimpse. See, that's the difference. We come up here as a neutral base. We got no emotional attachment to this unit. This is beautiful in a quick glimpse, but we have a different eye than yours. Meaning, I come in here to defend your interests. You come in here to buy your interests. So let's state this. Don't you think that you are like the bank? So you're the one buying this. So I'm going to talk about inspection, because if you're hiring us, I hope you agree with this, you're like the bank. So if the bank sent an inspector to inspect what you're going to finance, because you're financing this, until this is yours, it's not yours. But don't you think you're like a bank? So if you think that you sent me here as an inspector for the bank, how can they kick me out of here? Which they tried to, by the way. We got threatened more than once. This is your interest at stake. This is who we work for you, the bank. Not the person selling it, for you, the bank. Back to the inspection part. That's the first glimpse. You already saw what Lowell found. For me, it looks sound, it looks fair. I already see we got 2 furnaces on this unit, big super slide on this side, and I end up here, the propane. And I try to see if I got propane in here. I don't know, you tell me. Do you think that gauge says empty or full, or either or? So the only way I know there's propane in there, it's just because I vented it. So I know there's propane. And that's already a mishaps. But if you're buying it, you don't care because you want it. You came down here, you're trading in, you're picking it up whatever day they gave you. And by the way, we laughed again. We were at a dealership a couple of days ago and Lowell brought it up. She says, did you see the people inside the waiting room? Yeah. How long are they going to be here for? They're cleaning their unit as they were given the time of 9 o'clock to pick up. It's about 10 and they're cleaning the unit that them people that are in the waiting room are scheduled to pick up today. So just keep that in mind every time you schedule stuff. I'm gonna go to work. It's already a good start. We already found a couple of things. See you at lunchtime.
So it's lunchtime, and I don't have a ton of drama yet, but we're only halfway through the day. First of all, let's come on into the bathroom. So our customer noted when they came that they had a washer and a dryer, and they had an older dryer, and look at the buttons are missing. Yes, buttons are missing, and they wanted to have the washer and dryer match. They know that's an older model, but on top of it, it's missing the buttons. While we're here, let's just take a look at this right here. This door latch is not attached properly, so it's actually making marks on the frame here, as you can see right there, but it's not even attached properly. And then coming into the bedroom, so it's just something that I'm going to note. If you'll come over here and just know, I am barely touching. Both end tables are not really secure. Just something that I'm going to note to the customer. And then the other thing, I have done my refrigerator. It all looks great. I've done my stove, no propane. So we have no propane at all. And I haven't done my water. You know I'm going to do that this afternoon. But coming into the windows, as you can see up here, the window shades do not cover the windows. Now I have noticed that there's plenty of room for it to be a longer shade, but that's not me to determine. Jayco's the one that's manufacturing this, so that's not my business. But I am going to note it to my customer. The shade is there, but you've got plenty of light coming in. So that's my midday so far. If you enjoy our videos, please hit subscribe, share with your friends, give us a thumbs up. And also, if you don't know what to comment, just put C4BO, comment 4 Blue Ox. See you at the end of the day.
All right, midday recap. Wet on the roof. I hope she can show you this. I mean, it's kind of obvious. There's a big hole right there. If you can't see this, you're blind as a bat. That's what we had up there. Other than that, everything looks structured, nice, fiberglass roof, everything went good. But here, I've got this going up here. So this is the door that opens for your TV. And look at this. So you think you're leaving right away. Well, that's what happened. It's all loose, so they'll need to tighten that up. Typical. So we show up here, and the salesman, you know when I tell you salesman and service, it's two different departments. They don't even talk to each other. They don't like each other. I don't know why, but they definitely don't work as a crew, as a team. And that's a lot of dealerships, not only this one, and I'm not going to name it, but we've been here more than once. So the salesman even admits to me, we are Monday. Wednesday, he told people to get this ready because the inspector, meaning me and Laurel, I'll come in on Monday. So we pull up 8:30, there's nobody here, it's Monday morning, nothing is plugged, there's no water. This is your task that we send you. When we send you an agreement, this is what we do. Here's what we plan, here's our work, and we plan around everything being set up, meaning water, electrical, sewer when we can, when we can't. When it's new, I just flush it on the ground, unless that transporter actually wet in there. But normally it's 90% of the time there's no danger, so it's just water. So I just drop it right on the blacktop to test the system. But it's your duty to figure out that there's propane in there. There's at least a quarter tank if it's a Class A or a Super C or a Class B, that there is at least a quarter tank of gas in there, so we check the generator. You need to have water because we're going to check water. I got dirty enough to do all my crap that's why we send agreement to make sure that it's all set and done when we come in, because we process with a setup with a system that we can't go back and forth and stuff that we've done and not done. There's a couple of things I already had to do since I'm here this morning. Plug in the system, figuring out water, and the salesman came and helped me. He's a nice salesman. Typically we never see them, so I'm not going to tell you his name, you'd know where we are, but good kid, we're happy about this. Here's the plug. So when we show up here, the water heater doesn't have a plug, so there's no water in this system. So you already know they didn't hook up the water, there's nothing going on there. So this is the plug that is not there when we come up. This other plug that they finally got us a couple of hours later is going back in our vehicle because we keep it for spare in case some numbnuts doesn't supply us what they're supposed to. Make sure when you schedule the inspection that everybody's on track and they know what to do. You're the one paying for the inspection. It is your loss if we don't have the right amount of things ready for us, because that's our job from there to there. But we're not technician, and we're not the guy who's supposed to hook up the unit and drive, and we can't drive it. We'll see how this goes, but so far that's enough bitching for today. Then we'll meet you up at the end of the day. End of the day. I'm happy it's over, but yet there's a couple of things that bothers me. Overall, it's a good structure. I'm kind of impressed, except for I got a propane issue. So I can do a propane test, meaning the system holds its pressure, but I can't get nothing to fire up. 2 furnaces, 1 stove, and a hot water heater. Dilemma. Is it a valve that splits the system? But there's something in the tank. See, that dial is still saying nothing, but I put my tester to it, close the system, so we're good, even open or close. This tank there's something in it, but it's not my job to fix it. Let's go see what Laurel has to catch on with us, or beat us, or find something worse than us. I don't know, let's go check it out.
So let's talk about the stow and go. So now that we've stopped and we don't want to let out our slides, I can actually get to the kitchen sink. I can cook in the stove, the microwave. I can go to the bathroom. I can even do a load of laundry if I wanted to. And I have access to the bedroom. So this Stow and Go is phenomenal. Now, one thing Pierre forgot to tell you, on the outside, he has 2 slides that are out of alignment, as you can see. You know, both sides, curbside and street side of the big slides are out of alignment. So it's just something that they're going to have to fix before the customer picks this up and heads out on the trail. So it's the end of the day, and we have been working hard. Yes, this is a great unit. Feel kind of bad for the people that have been here all day long. Yes, we saw a customer who had an appointment at 9:15. It's 3 o'clock and no one has come to help them out. Meanwhile, we're watching some of the techs around here kind of slowly walking by. No one paying attention to this guy. He bought his unit a week ago. He signed on the dotted line. He didn't have an inspection. Guess what? They're ignoring him today. Do you want that kind of service? No, you don't. So get an inspection, get everything fixed before you sign on the dotted line. So for our customer today, here's something I'm going to show you right here in the cockpit area. Right here where all of his, look at this. Look how loose this is. All right, so that needs to be fixed. The other thing that's loose is that there is an outlet in the co-pilot seat, and this outlet over here is loose as well. I have gone through all of my appliances, and then of course I started my sinks, and I did my kitchen sink, A1, did my half bath, the toilet, everything is great. The washing machine, no leaks. Got into my master bathroom, I'm still got my fingers crossed. Sink, no leak. Toilet, no leak. Shower, yeah, leaks. Both sides. Like I'm telling guys, when you're washing your shower walls, don't you take and spray down the soap so that no soap scum sticks to it? How about your glass doors, right? You spray down your glass doors. That's normal. This thing is leaking on both sides. You should be able to do that. The other thing is that the top of the shower is supposed to be sealed to the wall. The one side is sealed all the way around. On the other 2 sides, it is not sealed. I can feel the sealant with my fingernail, so it's come away from the wall, but it's supposed to be sealed. The top of the shower is missing sealant. This entire side is completely sealed, the entire thing, until you get to the corner, and then if you can see the sealant behind here, I can feel it with my fingertips. The entire way in the corner it's sealed again, and then on this side again I can feel the sealant. You can see it against the wall, but it's not attached. These are the things that we look for that you're not going to look for. You don't want to get out there on the trail and have all this water all over the place in your RV. You want to make sure you take care of it before you take off. So I think they're going to be happy once they get the service department to fix all the things that Pierre and I have found today. Then they can sign on the dotted line. So remember, and do never forget, it's not about the destination, it's all about the journey.